Hello, team. Welcome back to another episode of A Lot of Fun Plays. Today we are back in Planet Zoo at the A Lot of Fun Park. I've done a little bit of beautification work off camera simply because it can be a little bit tedious to be doing while we are actually playing. So I'm going to go through and show you what I have done. I've added in another staffing facility down here um, because if we do end up coming out this side, we need to be able to. So let me check this water over here. Can we put water in? Mm, we can definitely use that. Put a riverboat ride in. Very nice. That's not for now though. Okay, so yes, put a staffing area in. I did build this lake. As you can see, we'll sort this out when the time comes. But built just a little bit of a lake to make it as a bit of a feature, um, and just started decorating around it. I put in access from the top staffing down to this area with another power station in here. Added in a few trees to sort of try and, liven things up a little bit. I did a scenic foliage that I then have copied and applied around a lot of the map just to sort of give it some green and make it a little bit prettier. So we're starting to get to see the whole thing starting to be built up a little bit, which is what we're wanting at the end of the day. So it is to me looking very good. It might not be your aesthetic, um, but to me, I'm very happy with where we are currently sitting at. So first things first, into the zoo today, we are going to have a look at the zoo itself, see how it's running, work out if we've got enough animals, if we need to sort of change the animals up a little bit, and then we are going to put in an interactive habitat. So that's one where the guests can actually walk through and interact with the animals that are inside. So I'm going to turn the camera off now and we will get going. Okay, so first things first, we're going to look at the zoo and we're going to go to our animals and work out where we are at currently. So I've got everything turned on. We're going to start with the wombats. So these are okay. There's a baby, which is great. That will need to be removed, or she will need to be removed when she gets a little bit older. The vipers are doing what the vipers are supposed to do. So it looks like we've got an adult viper here and then a younger one. So captive birth, which means it's come through from being born here on the game, which is great. These are still our two original tarpons. They will last a long time, simply because they're turtles. Our fruit bats. So we're still only looking at a couple of females and a couple of males. So it looks like we might have had one new male birth here. So, and this one is pregnant at the moment. So that's really good. So we're happy with where that's sitting at. Our iguanas, once again, new female here, captive birth, beautiful. Our little penguins, they are finally breeding. We're finally getting some, starting to see some stuff coming through. We'll need to keep an eye on them. We've only got the two males, but that's okay. Our kiwis, we're going to need to remove these two babies. Actually, there's a male and female, so might remove one baby and remove one adult and let them breed through. Platypus, yay. Getting more platypuses. These are all being born here. Come from the other zoos and stuff like that. So very happy with how that's looking at the moment. Puff adders. We've got our two puff adders. They look like they're both reasonably new. 2 years old, captive births. Beautiful. Quokkas. There's going to be heaps. Lots and lots and lots. We might need to trim this out. As I said, quokkas breed like fireworks. Crazy stuff. We'll come back to them in a minute. Our salties. Wow. How did we end up with so many salties? That is nuts. Oh, these are all babies. All babies. crazy, crazy. Okay, need to keep an eye on that. We've got our alpha male in. They don't tend to like to have um, too many adult males. We don't have any adult males there just at the minute, which is great. Oh, it's because we've got two females. Okay, so he's been breeding with the females. So once again, we'll come back to them shortly. Our cassowary, we've got a baby in the cassowary pen. Amazing. Loving this. Tassie Devils, only the one female. We've got to keep an eye on her. She'll be up to breed soon. That's fine. And hopefully she can keep that line going. All right, let's go back to our quokkas. What do we got going on here? Let's go to maturity. And we will knock off the older ones. So these are all females. Doesn't matter. They are gonna go. Released to the wild. And all 4 have gone to the wild. Fantastic. Back into the zoo. Maturity. Okay, we don't need these 2 older males, and they don't have any star quality, which is fine. Let's get rid of some of these ones as well. And we'll get rid of these females too. Release to the wild. So you've always got to keep trimming when you've got quokkas. Especially now that we've got it set to 5 years. 5 times slow. You've got to be in here making sure that you're keeping a track of what is going on. Might keep the pregnant one. Well, we need to keep the pregnant one. You can't get rid of pregnant ones. Yeah, those 2 can go. We'll get rid of a lot of these boys because they're only going to cause problems down the track. All right, and that should be it for the quokkas. We should be at a decent level now. Fantastic. So 11 quokkas. That'll do us for now. Okay. So the other one was the saltwater crocs, wasn't it, that we were looking at? So once again, we need to keep an eye on this. These are all babies, so we are okay. All right, it's once they start reaching maturity that we will have a problem. So that's what we've got to sort of keep an eye on. I don't tend to watch this bar up here very often, so if it says that someone's about to mature, see the quokka's about to mature, I'm not necessarily watching that, but we do need to keep an eye on what's happening within the animals. Zoo overall, most popular animal at the moment, the highest appeal is our platypus and then the bats. Amazing. Fantastic. We've got a fair few staff on at the moment, which is great as well. Everybody is happy. Guests are happy. Let's have a look and see our graphics. So everything seems to be okay. Thirst. So they want more drink stations. We can definitely look at that. I'm thirsty. Scorching out here. The other thing that we can do is start to put in some coolers around the map. So at the moment it's only 32 degrees, but being that it is an Australian map, it will get hot. So what we can do is if we go to habitat, and you've got heating and cooling here, and we can actually put coolers around the map. Okay, so whether you put them, I try to bury them a little bit, but you put your first one in, you then come in and you set your temperature, so that's going to try and drop to 0. We don't want it at 0, we want it to sit around probably 25 degrees. In Australia, that's a good temperature. And then if we duplicate this, we can put it around the map, and you can bury it in your plants. You can, do whatever is helpful. So we'll put that around the back of there, and you can see the heat of the map. So it gives you a rough guesstimate of where to kind of put down your coolers, okay? And what it will do is it will cool these areas down to 25 degrees. It does use power, so that you do need to make sure that your area is powered. Um, you don't have to do it over the whole map. It is definitely not something that you need to do. But what I would do is put it basically near your food court, which is about what we're about to do. So that when people are using your food court, they're comfortable. I'll put it around the exhibitions as well. Near the restaurant. So you don't need to put it everywhere, but can definitely be helpful. You don't need to put it near the staffing quarters. Put it near your ride stations. So it's completely up to you how far you want to go with where you're placing it. It's your power within your game that you're using, the energy. Oops, what did I just do? So yeah, so that is one way to help make your guests feel a little bit more comfortable. The other thing that they have mentioned is they are thirsty. So let's look at some of the facilities that we can use to get them drinks. So if we come into guests, we go to drinks. There are some pre-made ones here, or we can look at doing, so this one here is a food and drink stand. It's got pre-designated items in it by the looks of it. It's not very flat. So what I might do is just flatten this land out a little bit, push it back. How it's on an angle. But in saying that, we have just got the other food over there, so let's go up. We might put it up here, or actually we can put it over the back over here. This might be the go. These trees can be moved. Don't stress about trees being in the way when you're trying to put your stuff down. You just move those. Quite sure why this middle one's not picking up the path. Oh, there we go. Okay. Just move this tree out the way. Looks like we might not have power all the way around. If one of the attendants jumps out straight away, it's normally because there's no power to wherever they are. See, no power. Okay. Must be right on the edge. because the other three have got power. Let's have a look at our heat map. Oh, there's no power over here at all. How are the other ones open? What's this? Heat map's not right. Oh, that's water. Duh. Okay. Yeah, look, see? It's like right in the middle of what's going on here. Typical. Okay. How am I going to fix this? I might have to put another... solar in. Right, always hiding from me. That's okay, we can put this in over here. Give it a spin. Push it back a little bit. Where's your... Oh, you're not meeting the path. Not too ugly. It tucks in nicely. I know it's like attached to the building. That's because I don't have collision turned on. But I need to move this tree here as well. Let's just put it over here, I reckon. Slide it across. And drink everywhere. Alright, back to staffing, and we need to make sure that these people are not specifically only working in one zone. All of them. Hot for? Can we just put coolers around here? Sure they can walk up and down the stairs without melting. We'll put one there anyway. I'm not making it cold all the way around. There'll be definitely hot patches, but they can come and find the cooler bits. Perfect. Interesting spot to stand and look at the cassowaries. I actually thought we would get more people up here watching the crocs and stuff. I really did. Okay, now, as I mentioned, we're going to build a walk-through pen. So, how we create a walk-through pen is it's just a different gate. So there is a guest's gate. And when we put a guest's gate on, that means that they can walk through that pen. So what I want to do up here, I'm tossing up, I think I only need, I'm going to go this one, I think. going to start a little bit further back because the guest gates actually have a little bit of a path of their own. So we'll go along here. What have I got this flat? Worry about that in a minute. That flat. Where's the top? Leeway because it will end up with its own. This is all going to be glass once we've got this set up. I don't often use a curve. Okay. So then we bring our guest gate. No, that's not the guest gate. That is the guest gate. And you need to have one on each side. And then you just connect your path, normal pedestrian path. Now I would suggest doing a wider path through the middle, whatever that's going to look like. This tree bark because it's inside. I think I'm going to go up this way. And we'll get it to curve around. And then kind of head back towards the out section. Take that back down to a 4. Maybe even a 6. That will connect. That will connect. So that's what will happen. Test it now. I'm a bit worried that this little bit of fence line here is not going to be high enough. Might go with the whole lot. Let's go with the whole fence. That will do. Now, while we've got this open, 1, 2. This will be one-way glass. Of course, it's facing the wrong way. So people can see in there. They don't have to walk through if they don't want to. Fantastic. Okay, and you're probably thinking, what animal are we going to put in here? We are going to put in alpacas. So let's go to the market. Firstly, let's make sure we don't have any in here. Alpaca. Nope. Okay. I didn't look at the size of the family group. But anyway. We'll go you. utility, that's probably a better word. Okay, let's send these to quarantine. Where is the closest one? We'll go this way. But I think any of them are close. Now, even though we've done this, we still need to put a keeper's gate in as well. I know it seems a little bit weird because they can come in through the guest gate, but it's just the way the game goes. So I was thinking about doing that off this side. And for whatever reason, it's decided it's going to do a normal path, so we'll put the staff path on there. Now, lucky this has come up as it did, we're going to need lighting. How are we going to do this? Is this a bit much? No. Subtle little path lights maybe? Past quarantine. This guy's going to want a hard shelter, which we haven't done one of those really yet. Where's my pen? Here it is. How are we going to do this hard shelter without looking ugly? Through the fence. Duplicate that. Okay, little alpaca, tell me what you need. Okay, it's quite happy with what's going on at the moment, but let's just do a little bit of this. a lot of long grass. I don't necessarily like long grass very much. So what should happen is that people will start to come in and see them. So get rid of all the things that I don't like that's sitting here at the moment. Through that little patch that was coming through. Trees in. Okay, we'll come back to these in a minute. Let's get them there. Water in bits and pieces because we forgot that with the cassowaries. Okay, drip pipes are always better because it's a continuous flow of water. If you're putting in troughs, they're not continuous. So can definitely cause problems. Food, we're just going to go for a medium. I want to try and keep this to maybe 4 or 6 animals. Put some of their treats out. Jubbly there, jubbly there, and jubbly there. Some of these do make the land change shape, which is a bit annoying. Excuse me, but such is life. I think it's one of those things, if you're aware it's going to happen, it's not so bad, but anyway. Scent markers near the path to make the alpacas come out. Okay. I'm not seeing toys. Do alpacas not have toys? The scent marker is the toy. Okay. Interesting. Alright, they've got lots and lots. Let's go back to this foliage. I'm doing Oceania and we're doing... Let's go grasslands. Couple of cabbage trees. They don't want a lot of coverage, which is okay as well. We've got to put in some information booths in here. I feel like I really want to give them a little bit of privacy. I'll put some bedding in there in a minute for them. People won't leave the path, so don't feel too scared to experiment with that. Putting things further away that it will encourage the animals to come out, or that's why I put the scent markers right on the path, so that the animals would be attracted to come through to that part. Okay, I want to put down some bedding. Medium, I think. Yes, darling, here we go. This is where I suggested putting in a fatter path through the main section. Guests are all saying it's a little bit hot. Let's put a cooler in. But we're going to set it slightly hotter than the other ones. We're going to set it at about 30. Is that path not working properly? Did that break? Because it is supposed to be a walk-through fence line. Why does it always do that to me? Really want to see somebody use this gate to make sure it's working properly. Any of you can do it. Anyone. Just head in here. Head in here. Come on. You can do it. No, I don't think it's working properly. Okay, let's pause this. So we're gonna... So this automatically comes with its own path, but it's got to connect onto our path. I really want it to do that on its own. There we go. Right. Fantastic. Hopefully now that will work a bit better. Oh, are they going to come out the gate? They're going to come out. They're going to come out. Oh, yes. Amazing. Now I'm happy. Okay. Perfect. So what we need to do now is to organise the donation buckets, information boards, all that sort of stuff. People are loving it along here as well. Fantastic. All right. Kiwi, Mr. Kiwi, give me your information board, please. Duplicate. This way. And as with anything, we do the first one and then update from there. So this is the alpacas. Maybe 6 meters for this one. Oh, amazing. Right. Duplicate this. Forward a bit. Perfect. Take you back inside. Bring it down to about here. We're going to swivel you a little bit. Nice. See, now everybody's pouring in through this gate. Where are we going to put this one? Swivel her around on that side. Yeah, I'm feeling you kind of underground. Yeah. Turn off. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't think we were. Oh. Didn't pick it up with the other one though, did I? Okay. How are we feeling about this? I think I do want to put a board outside. But that's gonna cross over with the speaker. They don't actually need a speaker out here. I might take away this. I shouldn't take the speakers off because later on I'm going to want to do a board and I'm going to grab the wrong one. You watch. It's not going to have a speaker on it. Ah, not twice. Now there's 2 boards here, so now we've got to take one away. Accidentally hit that. My bad. Okay, so we're going to use this one down here. So turn it. And we need to lower it. Need to push it back a bit. Perfect. Everybody come see the alpaca. And we need to put them on the other side? I don't know. What do we think? We should put it over here, eh? Yeah, I agree. Alright. Duplicate. Do we need to think about the height? And I might put one just against the wall over here. Okay. Let's not overkill. Be with me, be right back. Alright, and we're back. Okay, so straight away I can kind of see here my line isn't straight. Am I too worried about it? Not at all. Could push this back just a little bit, but do I need to? Nah, but I'm gonna anyway. This one can go back slightly. Cool. And we need to do a little bit of beautification work across the front here. I am thinking maybe some of these bushes, I don't know. Toys maybe, because you can push these like right in. No, maybe not. That might be okay. I don't hate that. Do the same along here. Oh, we've got donation bins. Where are the donation bins? So people will donate if they feel that they've had not a good time or anything like that. It's about education. So if they feel they've received an education by doing or looking or coming through, they're watching it poop. Really? Okay. So yeah, so if they feel that they've received a bit of an education, they are more likely to to donate to the cause, so to speak. Okay, this has been trimmed a little bit because some of the plants were removed because the animals didn't like them. That's a good thing because now that we're going to put it here, they're not going to get upset by the sort of plants we're using. There's kind of gaps in there, but that's okay. It's a little bit uniform, but hey. So we can't go too close to the pen because, as I mentioned just a second ago, some of these plants, the alpacas don't actually like. Okay, that will do for now. So that's our new walkthrough enclosure for today. Very, very simple, but we are meeting all of our little friends' requirements, which is the main point of the game. Where have we put? Where has this come through? We must have come through the fence with a couple of them. That's okay. You can go over. There's nothing wrong with going over. Like this is in the red, but it's not by much, so I'm not too stressed about it. You can have stuff that they don't like. It is 100% allowed. But it just depends on what you want to do. So it should be still in there. Yeah, never mind. So yeah, very, very happy animals. Very, very happy staff. I don't understand why they're exhausted. Very interesting. So it's all the ones that have got the lesser training. So let's give them a training boost. So that also increases their wages, but the more skilled they are, the less stressed they get, basically. So if you have a look, the ones that are stressed are the ones that only had 2 stars. They're now coming up to 3 stars, which is good. So they should be fine. Guests were good, I believe. So they're all happy. How are we down here again now? Are you still here or have you left? Here's one. Where are you? You are. Restaurant looks busy. There's more than one restaurant. Do I need to put in a third one? For the most part, people are happy. Let's have a look at energy. There should be lots of seats around, but let's put some more seats around if that's what people are wanting. There's our bench. You're going to be glitchy on me. Yeah, okay. Let's just do this instead then. Let's put some chairs. So you can't put chairs on a when it's not flat, so that can be a little bit hard to. You just throw rubbish on the ground. How rude. So yeah, I can't put chairs anywhere along this section. Can't believe there's a bin right there and they threw the rubbish here. Okay, I think that we are in a good spot. So, one of the things I really like about this game is that you can follow people by perspective. So, if we wanted to choose a person specifically, so we'll go for this person here. I have no idea which one I've just chosen. You can come down here, there's different views that you can do. So we're now following that person cinematically as they walk around the map. You can do from their view, their point of view. See how good does that look? I am so stoked with how the plants and planting and everything has come out. Super happy with how good that looks. You can't walk into people. How rude. Right, how good does that look? Love it. Brilliant. That must have been this lady here that we were following. So good, right? So yeah, that's one of the things I like doing, so that you can actually get a feel for what it is that you've done. I've just seen that this is coming through the fence of the wall and I don't like that. So we need to move this a little bit this way. I had so many that were going through the wall. all of them and just go back a little smidge. Not you. A little bit. Oh, don't go dark now. That'll have to do. So I don't have enough lighting in here. That's the first thing this is telling me because it's so dark. Didn't I have a light over here somewhere? Move you, mister. They're not really doing much, are they? What I need is something from the top, I think. But for now, we need lighting along this front for the people that are here. Our electricity bills have got to go through the roof. Thank goodness we've got some solar, hey? Okay. I'm thinking butterfly house here. It's not overly Australian, but we do have butterflies in Australia. So I'm thinking butterfly house, but I'll do some research on that and come back to you guys. Okay, I think that is it. So quite like this. Something over here, doesn't it? Or is that quite dark? What are we thinking, people? Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think, whether this is OTT with all the plants or if it's looking okay and it's developing. What are your thoughts? I do very much like our alpaca area. And then the full viewing from the front as well. Very happy with that. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you've got this far in the video, please leave a like. So hit that like key for me, and let me know if there's any specific sort of animals that you want to see me put through. If it's available, I'll definitely have a crack at building a pen for them. Once again, I don't necessarily build everything from scratch. I quite often use prefabricated stuff. And yeah, so whatever I can make, I do, like these, but I'm not overly artistic. I just, do what I feel looks good. Give me your feedback, let me know. And if there's anything more you would like me to do, we can definitely have a look at that. Thank you for your time today. It is always appreciated. Have a great day. Bye.